वन्दे श्रीरमणर्षेराचार्यस्य पदाब्जं यो मे दर्शयदीशं भान्तं ध्वान्तमतीत्य कथया निजया कलुषं हरतां करुणानिधिनारुणशैलजुषां खगवाहनभाषिततत्त्वविदां वृषवाहनमौनरहस्यभृतां गणरान्मुखसूरिसभागुरुणां गुणसञ्चयरत्नमहोदधिनां घनगूढसहस्रकरेण यथा तनुकञ्चुकगुप्तमहामहसां चतुरेण चलेन्द्रियनिग्रहणे पटुना परकीयगुणग्रहणे छलवर्जितमौनसमाधिजुषां बलतर्जितभीकरकामरुषां जठरं समये परिपूरयतां कठिनं व्रतम् अद्रितटे चरतां झषकेतनशस्त्रदुरापहृतां कृषिमात्मविबोधविधौ दधतां भवभीकरवारिनिधिं तरतां करतामरसेन सुपात्रवतां स्वदृशाधिकशीतलकान्तिभृतां भयमङ्घ्रिसरोजजुषां हरतां नमतामतिभक्तिमतां निधिनां घनतापविधूननसन्निधिनां यतिधर्मततिं परिपालयतां परितश्शतमो विनिवारयतां फणिनायकवर्ण्यगुणौघभृतां भणितीः प्रियसत्यहिता भणतां बहुमानवशादयता सुखिताम् अवमानततेरविदूनवतां यतीनाम् अधिपेन कुशाग्रलसन् मदिना धृतिनाशितचित्तभुवा लहरीं प्रमदस्य सदा वहतां निहतान्तरशात्रवसंहतिनां भगवत्पदमन्यजनासुलभम् स्वगुणैरधिगत्य परं जयतां ममतारहितेन हितेन सतां निहितेन गणप्रभुना हृदये धरणीधरजाङ्गमपि त्यजतां धरणीतलवासितमोधुतये नरवेशभृता नगरन्ध्रकृतां रमणेन सनाथमिदं भुवनम् अन्तर्यस्य बहिर्विधूततिमिरं ज्योतिर्मयं शाश्वतं स्थानं प्राप्य विराजते विनमतामज्ञानमुन्मूलयन् पश्यन् विश्वमपीतमुल्लसति यो विश्वस्य पारे परः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः। Today is a very auspicious tithi. Where we are worshipping Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan's Aradhana day, the tithi on which Bhagavan dropped that limitation of a vesture, body, with which the infinite was expressing itself in the world. இந்த வால்யூம் அதிகம் பண்ணலாம். Bhagavan's Aradhana, how can we celebrate? Aradhana means worshipping. How to worship Bhagavan? Worshipping, what we know is only by water, by flowers, by eatables, by singing, maximum by doing japam or by doing giri pradakshina. This is all at least somewhere coming near Bhagavan's worship is japam or doing giri pradakshina or something. All other worships like making some sweet, eating that, or offering lot of flowers to Bhagavan. Bhagavan himself has not spoken much about that. In fact, he has said, Anadaravai Pooveduvum Killavendam. You need not irreverentially pluck flowers and offer. Tamave udirnda தூமலர்கள் கொண்டு செயற்கடவை பூஜை சிவனுக்கு. With flowers that have fallen by themselves, generally the Pavijamalli flower. With that you can offer puja to Shiva. And the real puja is அந்நிலை நிற்றல் இறைப்பணி நிற்றலாம் உந்தி பெற. Iraipani nitral means Aradhana. Aradhana. To worship him means how to worship him. To worship him is to abide in that state. That is true Aradhana. அந்நிலை நிற்றல் இறைப்பணி நிற்றல். பாவனாதீத சத்பாவத்து இருத்தலே உந்தி பர பரபக்தி தத்துவம். To go beyond the mind and to abide in the self, in the Atman. Bhagavan says it is parabhakti. So truly to do Aradhana, that is what every seeker is searching, how to do Aradhana. Anything that gives you an ethereal joy is Aradhana. Anything that gives you the experience of Nishalata, inner stillness, is Aradhana. Various kind of Aradhana is there, of course. Certain people, they love this outward Aradhana, like doing puja, doing all kind of outer things. They will feel a kind of joy. So that becomes Aradhana. We are not denying that. But the true, real inner Aradhana is to find out the Aradhya Vastu, who is to be worshipped. Eko Deva iti Shruti. The true Deva. The true Arunachala, true Ramana. Somebody asked Bhagavan, who are you? Bhagavan said, I am the self residing in all creatures, including all the devas, everyone. That is Ramana. That is Sadguru. That is our own Atma, our own Swarupam. So, how to worship that Atma Vastu, that Atma Deva? First of all, you have to find that Atma Deva within you. That is the first step of Aradhana. Everything that helps to that is good. You can do japa, you can do giri pradakshanam, you can do karma yoga. By all that, the chittam, the mind becomes pure. Anything that helps to purify the mind is a spiritual practice, sadhana. It is all good. Even reading, writing, worshipping with flowers, everything is good. But when you take certain outer disciplines to further extent, it loses its significance. Like Nivedyam. Whatever you are eating, you offer it to Bhagavan and take it as prasadam, it becomes Aradhana. But you want to eat something, so make it and worship and eat it. It becomes Bhogam. Yadannah purusho bhavati tadannaha tasya devataha. In Valmiki Ramayanam, Rama is offering something to Devata. And you know what he is offering? He is offering some dust, tree dust. We will call it Pinak. Punak. Ingudi Punak, Ilupa Punak. With that, making a pindam, offering it and eating it. And there he says, whatever we are eating, that is nivedyam to our devata. Yadannah purusho bhavati tadannaha tasya devataha. So that is okay. Like that flower offering, everything. But the real Aradhana of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, our Guru, is to obey what he said, that is to do Atma Vichara. Bhagavan has, in uncompromising terms, expressed it many times. Once it is there in letters from Ramana Ashram. Some devotees are going to celebrate Bhagavan's Jayanthi. A big list was put and shown to him. After seeing that, Bhagavan said, "Oh, idallam panna porana. Padu. All this is going to be done. Do it. Bhagavan's, whatever you like, we will do." They said, No. Whatever all of you accept, you do it. Then they were expressing great honesty. They were asking Bhagavan, Bhagavan, we want to know what you like. If Bhagavan says, this need not be done, we will remove it from the list. And Bhagavan said, idella poda nana sonne. Did I ask you to put such a big list so that I can ask you to remove it? So all of you have decided that these things should be there, do it. Then again, no. We thought Bhagavan will like this. So we want to know what Bhagavan will like. And Bhagavan said, devotees will say Bhagavan. And Bhagavan will say Swami. Swami ki edu pidikumnu kekriya. Swami ki naan yarunu vicharam panni ahanta elumbada idathila iruppadu pidikum. If you want to know what Swami will like, it is to inquire where from the I thought arises. And to merge, take a dip there and abide in pure awareness as the self, as Atma. Tana iruttal. We have to imagine that scene. Then you can see what will be the expression of the devotees or devotee who expressed it. Bhagavan very soon found it out. Pannamatele. He said, you will not do that because you want entertainment. Spiritually also entertainment. That is not wrong. See, that is not wrong. Every entertainment, every rasa is included in bhakti. So you can do it. It is not that I am against it. You can have all rasa in bhakti, you can do. But what Bhagavan will prefer, what Swami will prefer. Bhagavan said, there is a medicine here which is an antidote for the great samsara poison. And that samsara poison is very fast spreading from foot to head. Patrimal vidam talai uttridum mun arul patrida arul puri arunachala. Bhagavan said, before the poison reaches the head, the antidote is grace, arul. Let that grace be administered. Let that antidote be given to me so that I will be free of that problem. So poison is this ignorance which is spreading out as mind. And how will the mind become peaceful, quiet? A seeker, a sadhaka is asking, not temporarily, but henceforth, all my life, how can I have Shanti? To do Aradhana of Shiva, you should be Shiva. Shivo bhutva Shivam aradhayet. Devo bhutva Devam aradhayet. So true Aradhana is Shanti Pushpam. There is a shloka which says 8 kind of flowers are needed to worship Bhagavan. Ashtavidham pushpam Vishnoho pritikaram bhavet. And what are that 8 flowers? Ahimsa prathamam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha, sarvabhuta daya pushpam, kshama pushpam visheshataha, shanti pushpam, tapah pushpam, dhyana pushpam tataivacha, satyam, ashtavidham pushpam Vishnoho pritikaram bhavet. These are the 8 kind of flowers. And the moment we say 8 kind of flowers, we will think all kind of flowers. But flowers that are to be offered are sadhana. Various kind of sadhanas by which the senses are put in order, the mind gains more and more quietude, body also becomes light. That is, one sign of sadhana is the body becomes light. Lagutvam, arogyam, alolupatvam, varnav prasada swara saushtavam cha. As Shvetashvatara Upanishad says, the body becomes laghu, light. The mind becomes peaceful. Our Samaradhana, in Tamil, Samaradhana means eating till your belly becomes like this. They will ask, there is a Samaradhana? Doing Aradhana, worshipping Bhagavan is Aradhana, worshipping ourselves is Samaradhana. Worshipping devotees is Samaradhana. There was a very interesting speaker in Tamil, Kripananda Varya, used to say, Aradhana is like giving a letter directly in post office. Samaradhana is like putting letter in the post box. And he will say, putting letter in post box will reach post office. Putting letter in post office will not reach post box. That means worshipping the devotees will reach Bhagavan, and directly worshipping Bhagavan will not reach devotees. We need this. That is the thing. So, there is a song, I should have taken it from Sannidhi Murai, where Muruganar says, especially for Bhagavan's path, this self-enquiry, you should be very careful about what you eat. That is why Bhagavan prescribed only one sadhana. Only one sadhana. Actually, he said about japa and all those things. But most important is sattvika mita medhya adhanam. Satvik mita means in moderation. Medhyam means very, very pure food. That is Aradhana. Then the body will be light. Even to find it out, what to eat, how to eat, that is also very helpful for Atma Vichara. Only that much is needed. That is why Bhiksha, you go and take Bhiksha in those days. Tiruvannamalai was all poor people, so they cannot give you rich Bhiksha. So Bhagavan always recommended that. But now Bhiksha is rich. But those days Bhiksha will be very, very light. So sometimes Bhagavan used to tell his devotees, go and take Bhiksha. It is good. Ahara becomes pure, Sattva Guna becomes pure. When Sattva Guna becomes pure, Atma Vichara happens very easily. Not only Atma Vichara happens, the experience gets very clearly deposited inside. It will not go. Asampramoshaha. The recollection of self becomes more and more steady. Sattva Udreka. Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi Sattva Shuddhau Dhruva Smritihi. Smriti means memory. Memory means what? Recollection of the self. Recollection of Atma becomes steady. Dhruva means steady. Permanent. Not shaky. It will not shake. It will remain very, very stable. Self-experience will remain stable by having pure food. Pure food also means taking food through the eyes, taking food through the ears, taking food through thinking, inner eating, taking food through all the senses. So all of them to become pure, needs a great amount of austerity, lot of renunciation, lot of non-compromising nature. Then only that, because the person has to become full-time spiritual seeker. If he is not ready for that, then we have to come to the level of mediocre bhakti. Mediocre bhakti is what? That puja, japa, sankirtana, something nivedyam, eating good food. It's also okay. Middle stage. At least you will not go to the world that much. But when the person comes to nididhyasana, atma vichara, then the vesture, the patram should be very, very refined, very, very pure. No disturbance till the truth is beheld within, realized within. That Bhagavan, when people are ready, Bhagavan recommended that to them. That is actually true sannyasa. That is actually true sannyasa, where everything else is renounced, everything else is given up. It is uncompromising bhakti also. It is true bhakti. It is true Aradhana, true worship of the Atma, by meditating on the Atma as Atma. Akhande Sachidanande Parabrahmaika Rupini Sthite Advitiya Bhavesvin Katham Puja Vidhiyate. Shankaracharya asked, how can I do puja? How can I do worship? That Akhanda Sachidananda Vastu, that infinite existence, awareness and bliss. How to worship it outwardly? Akhande Sachidanande Parabrahmaika Rupini Sthite Advitiya Bhave. It is non-dual, it is not separate from me. Katham puja vidhiyate Purnasya avahanam kutra Sarvadharasya cha asanam. How can I do avahanam? Avahanam means invoking. How to invoke something which is purna, which is whole. Purnasya avahanam. Because you do puja, you do first avahanam. Do avahanam of Bhagavan in Salagrama, in Shivalinga, everything. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, what happened to Kashmir trip? I said, I have done avahana of Kashmir to Hosur. We can do that. So, do avahana of Kashmir there and do puja. Imagine that you are in Kashmir. So, this avahanam is a very interesting thing. In one thing you do invoke the another. So, see, every time when we do Sandhya Vandanam, we need Panchapatram. That Panchapatram is either it will be in silver or in loha, copper, brass, like that. So one day the Panchapatram was not there with one of our Parayana Vidwan, a scholar who used to do Bhagavata Parayana with us. So he was a good, humorous devotee. So no Panchapatram. So we asked, what will you do? He said, I am a Brahmana. I know how to do avahanam. So in this mug, I will do avahanam of Panchapatram. This plastic mug I will do Asmin Magge Panchapatram avahaya. So this is the thing. So how to do the avahanam of Purnam? Purnam cannot be invoked. The infinite cannot be pulled from one place to another. Purnasya avahanam kutra. So Bhagavan is Purnam, Atma is Purnam. How to do avahanam? Sarvadharasya cha asanam. Then when Bhagavan comes, you have to put asanam to him. But he is the asanam for the entire creation. In him everything unnidathil udittu nindru odungum. Everything arises in you, everything stays in you, everything subsides in you. Bhutva, Stitva, Pralinam. So, Sarvadharasya Katham Asanam. Purnasya Avahanam Kutra, Sarvadharasya Cha Asanam. Swachasya Padyam Argyam Cha Katham Snanam Vidhiyate. Shuddhasya Achamanam Kuta. Any impurity comes, you do Achamanam. That is the tradition. You do Achamanam, impurity is gone. But it is pure, the self is ever pure. What Achamanam? Nirmalasya Kutasnanam. He is Nirmala, clear. No mala, no dirt. What Snanam? Nirmalasya Kutasnanam. So this like that is the Parapuja. Shankaracharya's, the sannyasis, they have to read the Parapuja every day. It's a prescription like that. You can do that every day, that Parayana, there it comes, Nididhyasana, everything comes. Sadachara Anusandhanam, one work also is there. There, everything is being looked from that standpoint. So, Bhagavan's Aradhana means to abide as Purna Vastu, because we are all Purnam. Constantly Bhagavan reminds us that you are Purnam, you are Purnam. What is there to do? What is there to achieve? What is there to attain? Where will you go? Somebody asked Bhagavan about sadhana. Bhagavan, tell us something about sadhana. See, generally, when a seeker asks about sadhana, that is very rare. People will ask, my daughter is not married, how? To a sannyasi. Or some. But when people ask about sadhana, generally sannyasis will be happy. But this sadhaka is asking Bhagavan about sadhana. Bhagavan reacts as if he has done something wrong. Sadhanaya, he says. Sadhikiradi enna? Sadhana yaru? Sadhyam enna irukoi? What is there to do? What is there to achieve? Where will you go? What will attain? Who is the sadhaka? Find out who wants to do sadhana. Who wants to attain realization. See, sometimes our spiritual life itself is a ego drive to seek a big glorification in the name of self-realization. Tannizhappai enna katru sadippan. This is how will I extinguish this I? This is the question. How will I extinguish this I, this ego? Only that truth, self exists. You do it either by perfect knowledge that Atma alone is the I thought, the ego, which is operating inside. You become, Jnana Marga is you become extremely awake, mindful. Become alert, that you become aware of every movement of this I thought. Your attention is on the I thought, how it throbs, how it operates. You become, first step, you move away from the mind and become a Sakshi, become intensely aware. How the I thought just moves, just vibrates inside, spandana of this ahankara vritti. And with immense awareness, you hold on to this I thought. This is Aradhana, Bhagavan's Aradhana. Is Atma Vichara, is Aradhana. Enquire where from this I thought arises. And seek the I thought. All other thoughts come, so many thoughts come. And offer every thought to the Atma inside. This is flower offering. And offering the I thought is the ultimate offering. So this constantly, it needs tremendous vigilance, alertness, renunciation. Renunciation in the sense, renunciation of all other pursuits. Tamevaikam janatha atmanam anyavacho vimunjatha amritasesha setu. Slowly we have to give a touch here, give a touch there and converge. It is a very slow process. The true tapasya, Aradhana means true tapasya, is a very mild, slow process. Shanaihi uparamet. Buddhya dhriti grihitaya. As Bhagavan puts it in Bhagavad Gita, very, very clear instruction. Shanaihi. Shanaihi means slowly. And again Shanaihi means in a gentle way, in a mild way. Major Chadwick says in one place, even sadhana Bhagavan did not allow to apply too much force. There also it is very slowly, steadily, it has to become your swabhava, prakriti. So slowly uparati is the thing. Uparati means giving up the hold on the external, training the inner will to subside in the heart. இந்த பௌருஷம் இருக்கோ இல்லையோ அது உள்ள ஹிருதயத்துக்குள்ள அடங்கணும். இந்த பௌருஷம் தான் ஈஸ்வரனோட ஸ்வரூபம் நமக்குள்ள. பௌருஷம் நிருஷு பகவான் கீதையில சொல்றார். I am the paurusha inside everyone. So that paurusha is expressing itself as I thought. And I thought spreads out as my house, my wife, my children, my money, my religion, my country, every form. It spreads out. So you collect it from here, there, and slowly bring it. This is Shanaihi Uparamet. It needs the force, the power of Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, as Bhagavan puts it. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi means one pointed goal. Only one goal for me this life. That is to attain that Atma Samstam Manah Kritva. Nakinchidapi Chintayet. I have to take the mind back to the heart hole. Hridaya Sushiram. Like the ants entering the ant hill, like that the thoughts that are being scattered outside has to be somehow guided back to the inner chamber. And it is not an artificial thing. The thoughts and mind are moving out because you are attached. You are attached because you have the ignorance that your fulfillment is there in the world. The first treatment is removing this ignorance that the world is going to give you joy. Or you can repair the world. Shobhanadhyasa. As Vedanta puts it, you have the adhyasa of good in something. It will give me pleasure. It will give me pleasure. This will give me joy. This will, if I get, I will be happy. So first treatment is there. That is vairagya with jnanam. Paravairagya we say. With knowledge you understand that these are all prison houses. In fact, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says these are all forms of death, various forms of death which are going to retain you, make you procrastinate, make you suffer a lot. It is not an emotional vairagya, like smashana vairagyam. You see somebody dead, you, for the time being, you say, life is like this. How much time it will remain? Till you become hungry. Till the dining table. That's all. That Vairagya will not stand. This Vairagya comes slowly. You see the spiritual goal, you see the danger of getting involved with shallow things in the world, because they will kill your time, they will kill God inside you, they will kill your peace, they will kill your spiritual life. They are very, very murderous. Looks very, very mild, harmless, but they can take away your time. You have some goal there. The goal is also here, now, inside you. But you are allowing the mind to go outward. Many, many things are calling your mind to action. So certain things you have to do. Survival you have to do. Certain practical things you have to do. But slowly, slowly, these practical things also has to become less and less. Because the so-called practical is our trap. So that we have to slowly unwind. That is what here Shanaihi Shanaihi Uparamet. Medva Medva. Uparamet. Uparamanam is spirituality. Withdrawal. The mental energy is available to sink in the heart. Meditate. See, the meditativeness is the sign of spiritual growth. The way we have to gauge our spiritual growth is meditativeness. And the meditativeness that happens in waking state, more than that, the meditativeness that you will find in the sleep. In between sleep, you wake up, you find your mind is meditative. That is very precious. You can see stress, tension, depression, everything expressed in between sleep. And when you wake up from sleep, especially when you are undergoing very difficult time, when you wake up from sleep, you find so much pain, so much stress, strain. Then you find how much healing is needed inside. Your night becomes very precious. Your day becomes very precious. That is why Bhagavan said, Rappakalilla veruveli veedu. To abide in that infinite space, both day and night. Timelessly abide there. Whether it is night, whether it is day, you keep your heart very, very, your treasure is here, not outside. Tasma jagrata jagrata. Kama krodhasya lobhasya dehe tishtanti taskaraha jnana ratna apahara yatasma jagrata jagrata. Lust, anger, greed, they are like robbers. They are robbing your peace of mind. So be awake to these looters, these robbers. Is looting is English word or Hindi? What is it? Is it English? Loot sake to loot lo. So is that in Kabir, right? So Kabir knows English or English people took it away? Don't know. Should have gone from Hindi, right? Yes. So, whatever. So this inner treasure house, treasury, must be very well guarded, protected. First of all, something must be there to protect, right? Then only the protection. So, very, very carefully, the withdrawal happens. This is Aradhana. Aradhana of Bhagavan is Uparati. It is withdrawal. Slowly, cleansing the mind, making the mind abide in Atma. in self, in Swarupa. Atmanishtanai irupayagil ni seyyum udaviyame. The Guru in Kaivalya Navanitam said, the only upakara you can do to Guru is to abide as Atma, as self. So, the true Aradhana of Bhagavan is to have Atmanishta and to have more and more duration of Atmanishta. You have to release the mind from various prisons, not bail. Not bail. It should be completely released. This bail release only we are getting by all these spiritual practices. Again the bail period is over, the court will call. So it is, without bail you have to come out of jail. You have to be free from various objects. This we will see. When we become very alert, we will see that the release from all this grabbing. Bhagavan says even waking state is a scorpionic grip of waking state. You are caught by this waking state, he says. Your real nature is ever free, eternally free. If you consider that you are bound, you will be bound. Nothing can bind you. This knowledge becomes like a flame, fire inside you. And in that fire, you offer all silly thoughts, attachments, bit by bit, bit by bit. This goes on and on and on. Let us see when it will happen. This Aradhana becomes full, complete. This Ekagni Hotra, as Shankaracharya says in Sadachara Anusandhana, he says, generally Agnihotri will have 3 Agni, but here only 1 Agni, and that is Ekagni, 1 fire. So this is Ekagni Hotra. This 1 Agni is shining inside in the heart, and in that Agni you offer all the thoughts, all the emotions, everything. So this is true Bhagavad Aradhana. Bhagavan இப்படி இல்லாம எப்படி ஆராதனை பண்ண முடியாது. பகவான ஆராதனை பண்ணணுமானா பகவான் சொன்னதை கேட்காம ஆராதனை பண்ண முடியாது. பகவான் சொன்னதை கேட்கணுமானா பகவான் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காரோ ஆத்ம விசாரம் பண்ணி இல்லாட்ட சரணாகதி பண்ணு. இது 2 தான் பகவான் கொடுத்துருக்கிற வழி. சரணாகதி பண்ணுறதுனாலும் ஆத்ம விசாரம் பண்ணுறதுனாலும் ஒன்றும் வித்தியாசமே இல்லை. அறிஞ்சவன் அடங்கி ஆகணும், அடங்கினவன் அறிஞ்சாகணும். நம்ம தினமும் அடங்குறோம் சுஷுப்தியில். என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்? அறியலை. இன்டலெக்சுவலி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம் புஸ்தகம் படித்து. அப்போ என்ன திருப்தி வரல? அடங்கலை. அப்போது வித்யாரண்ய சுவாமி பஞ்சதசியில் வரது ஜீவன் முக்தி விவேகம் இதில் எல்லாம் வரும். சில பேருக்கு கிளாரிட்டி வந்துடும், ஆனால் திருப்தி வரல. ஏன்? அடங்கலை. சில பேருக்கு அடக்கம் சம்டைம்ஸ் ஒரு பஜனை கேட்கறது ஒரு ஆனந்தம் வரும், ஒரு சத்சங்கத்தில் உட்காந்துக்கிறது ஒரு மெடிடேஷன் வரும். அப்புறம் நிற்க மாட்டேங்கிறது. ஏன்னா அந்த அடங்கின இடம் நம்ம ஸ்வரூபங்கிற அறிவு வரல. ஸோ அடங்கினா இடத்துல அறிவு வரணுமான ஸ்ரவணம் வேணும். ஸ்ரவணத்தால் கிடைச்ச அறிவு பூர்ணமாகணுமான விஸ்ராந்தி வேணும். அப்போது விஸ்ராந்தியும் வேணும், ஞானமும் வேணும். 2மே வேணும். ஞானம் இருந்து திருப்தி வராமல் இருக்கான விஸ்ராந்தி இல்லை. விஸ்ராந்தி இருந்து நிச்சயம் வராமல் இருக்கான ஞானம் இல்லை. விஸ்ராந்தி இருந்து நிச்சயம் இல்லையானா அதில் ஒரு 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 அன்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கும், விகல்பம் இருக்கும். அப்போ என்ன? அறிவு போறல, தெளிவு வரல. அப்போ அறிவோடு இருக்கிற விஸ்ரமம், அஸ்ரமம் விஸ்ரமம் யத்ர. அஸ்ரமத்தோட விஸ்ரமம். சிரமம் இல்லாமல் இருக்கிற விஸ்ரமோ யத்ர ச ஆஸ்ரமஹா அபிதீயதே. அதுதான் ஆசிரமம். ஆசிரமம் என்னதுன்னா, சிரமம் இல்லாமல் எங்க ஆத்மாவில் விஸ்ரமம் பண்ண முடியுமோ அதுதான் ஆசிரமம். நிசம்சயமா சிரமம் இல்லாம விஸ்ரமம். அதுதான் பகவானை ஆராதனை பண்றது. வாழ்க்கை பூரா பகவான். பாகவதம் தொடங்குறத தர்ம புரோஜித கைத்தவோத்திர பரமஹா. பெரிய தர்மத்தை சொல்ல போறோம். அந்த தர்மத்தில் கபட்டமே இல்லை, களங்கமே இல்லை. அந்த தர்மம் என்னன்னாக்கா, ஸ்ரீதராச்சாரிய டீக்காக்காரர் அங்கே தான் சொல்றான்னு நினைக்கிறேன், பகவத் ஆராதனாலக்ஷணோ தர்மஹா. அந்த தர்மம் என்னன்னா, பகவானை ஆராதனை பண்றதுங்கிற ஒரே தர்மம், வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை. பகவத் ஆராதனாலக்ஷணோ தர்மஹா. வேற ஒன்றும் அந்த கர்மாவை பற்றியோ உலக விஷயத்தையோ ஒன்றும் பேசல. பகவத் ஆராதனா, வேற எதையும் நிஷேதமும் பண்ணலை, வாழ்த்தவும் இல்லை. ஆராதனாலக்ஷணோ தர்மா. அந்த பகவத் ஆராதனை அப்புறம் எப்படி பண்ணணும்? சர்வபூதேஷு எஃப் பஷ்யேத் பகவத் பாவமாத்மனா. லாஸ்ட் இதுதான். எண்ணூறு யாவும் இறையுருவாமென எண்ணி வழிபடல் உந்தி பெற ஈசனர் பூசனை உந்தி பெற. ஈசனுக்கு நற்பூசனை, நல்ல பூஜை என்ன? எண்ணூறு யாவும் இறையுரு. இந்த காணப்பட்ட ஜெகத்தில் இருக்கிற 8 உருக்கள் அஷ்டமூர்த்தி அப்படின்னா என்ன? எல்லாமே 800 எண்ணக்கூடின உரு எல்லாம், சித்தவருத்திகள் எல்லாமே, காணப்பட்ட நாமரூபங்கள் எல்லாமே அஷ்டமூர்த்தி பிருத் தேவ பூஜனம். இந்த ஜெகத ஈஷதீயுக்த சேவனம் அஷ்டமூர்த்தி பிருத் தேவ பூஜனம். காணப்பட்டதெல்லாம் பகவானோட ஸ்வரூபம் தான், ஆத்மஸ்வரூபம் தான் பார்க்கறது ஈஸ்வரனுக்கு ஆராதனை. அப்படி ஆராதனை பண்ணால் கண்ணை திறந்து விவகாரம் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கிறது ஆராதனை தான். எல்லார்ட்டையும் யார்கிட்டையும் விரோதம் இல்லை, எல்லார்கிட்டையும் மைத்ரி பாவம், யாருக்கு வேணால் நம்மளால் முடிஞ்சது பண்ணி கொடுக்குறோம். ஆனால் எந்த புத்தியோட? அவளுக்குள்ளே இருக்கிறது ஈஸ்வரங்கிற பாவத்தோட. பகவான் ஈஸ்வரோ ஜீவகலையா பிரவிஷ்டோ பகவான் இதி பூதானி மானயேத். பகவான் எல்லாரையும் எப்படி ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றான்னா, சும்மா ஒரு மியூச்சுவல் ரெஸ்பெக்டுக்காக இல்லை. ஈஸ்வரோ ஜீவகலையா பிரவிஷ்டா பகவான் இதி. எல்லாருக்குள்ளேயும் ஜீவகலையா, ஜீவரூபேன ஈஸ்வரன் பிரவேசிச்சிருக்கான்ங்கிற ரூபத்தில் பூதானி மானயே. மறந்து போய்டுறது நமக்கு, மறந்து போய்டுறது. அவளுக்குள்ள பகவான் பிரகாசிக்கிறார்னு மறந்து போய்டுறது. மறந்து போகிற போது ஸ்பர்தா, அசூயா, திரஸ்காராக எல்லாம் விடுறது. ஸ்பர்தானா காம்படிஷன், நான் முன்னாடி அவன் முன்னாடி. அப்புறம் அசூயை, பொறாமை வருது. அப்புறம் திரஸ்கார, விலகிடு மாறிடு அப்படின்னு தோன்றும். இது எல்லாமே சர்வபூதங்கள்லையும் ஆத்மபாவம் வர வர குறைஞ்சு போகும். இதில் ஆச்சரியம் என்னன்னா, சில பேர் அவளோட பூர்வ ஜென்ம சாதனா சம்பத்தியோட பலமாக டைரக்டாக இந்த சாதனைக்கு வந்துடுவோம். அவள் தான் பக்திக்கு அதிகாரிகள். டைரக்டாக அவள் அவள் ஒன்றும் கண்ண மூடி தியானம் எல்லாம் பண்ண வேண்டாம். கண்ணை திறந்துட்டு சர்வபூதங்கள்லையும் ஹரி சர்வேஷு பூதேஷு பகவானாஸ்த ஈஸ்வரா. அந்த பகவான் எல்லாருக்குள்ளே இருக்கா, எல்லாரையும் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணும். இதி பூதானிமானயே. இப்படி ஒரு பாவத்தோட எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் மைத்ரி பாவம், சமபாவம், சமதர்ஷித்துவம், ராகத்வேஷம் இல்லாம சீயிங் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஆஸ் பகவான். பகவான் மெனி டைம்ஸ் செட், எல்லாரையும் பகவான் பார்க்கணும். யூ ஹாவ் டு see everyone as Bhagavan, not this simply this body. If they used to, if someone shows some speciality to Bhagavan, that is the only moment when he will get angry. It's like a good musician hearing apashruti, wrong note. So there he will say vasham. It is poison. But when you see Bhagavan everywhere you have that bhava, Bhagavad bhava, then we are free. Sajayati Arunachala. In Arunachala Pancharatnam, Bhagavan says that is the ultimate victory, spiritual victory. Because open eyes, with open eyes you have samadhi. Nothing can tempt you, nothing can make you fall, nothing can make you hate. You have a good armor, spiritual armor. This knowledge is the armor, kavacham. Nothing can do any upadrava to you, any hurt to you. Eto etahi bhagavaneva vastutaha sadasachayat satyena anena naha sarve yantu nasham upadravaha. As Bhagavatam puts it, all upadrava are annihilated because Bhagavan alone is there in all names and forms. When you see that, no upadrava. Upadrava means what? You hate somebody, that is a upadrava to you. You become jealous of someone, that is a upadrava to you. You become desirous of someone or something, that is a upadrava to you. All creates klesha. The mind become agitated, klesha. In this klesha goes, that is nirvana. When all the kleshas are removed, it is nirvanam. Sanklesha nirvanam ushanti nanyatha. Absolute nirvana, absolute blowing out of the mind. The person becomes free. That is the Aradhana Sandesha of Bhagavan. Yato mamatma bhavasi tvameva tato navachyam mama kinchidasti yathataveshtam kurumam tathaiva tvam atmanatham Ramanam Bhaja.